Welcome back to Courtroom Chronicles, and today's case is a wild one. A tow truck driver becomes the key witness in a high-stakes gun chase right in broad daylight. We're talking a man with a gun, a frantic foot chase across parking lots, and testimony that just doesn't line up. But here's the twist. What starts as a simple statement soon turns into a tangled web of contradictions, confusion, and courtroom tension. So thick, you could cut it with a gavel. Let's dive into this explosive cross-examination that'll have you questioning who's really telling the truth.
Call from my boss man. I was driving a tow truck and I was sitting in the parking lot putting the address in for my next call when I witnessed the guy chasing another guy with a gun.
Okay, would you describe for the court, describe the man who had the gun. What did he look like?
Black male, he had braids, and he was driving a blue and purple Lincoln Navigator.
Kind of a dark colored
Yes,
blue Lincoln Navigator.
Yes, sir.
What did the gun itself look like?
If I'm not mistaken, it was black and chrome, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what was the man who was driving the Navigator, what was he wearing?
I don't recall from the clothing at the time.
Okay. Do you remember if he had a shirt on at all?
If I'm not mistaken, I believe he didn't have a shirt on at the time.
Didn't have a shirt, just had
Yes,
on
sir.
jeans?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did he, what was he doing with that gun?
Chasing the guy pointing at the guy at the store.
Okay.
Chasing
And the
him
guy
to
he
the
was
store.
chasing, what was he wearing? Do you remember?
No, sir, I don't remember. No, sir.
Okay. Were you there when the police arrived?
Yes, sir.
And what happened at that time or shortly before that time?
The officer pulled into the driveway, he activated his lights, and the vehicle drove him.
Now, this might seem straightforward, a witness describing what he saw, but in legal terms, eyewitness testimony can be both powerful and fragile. Notice how the attorney locks in on details: the shirt, the vehicle, the gun. These questions aren't casual, they're precision traps. A single inconsistency can make or break a case. When the witness says black and chrome gun and no shirt, the defense is taking notes. Because once this story shifts even slightly, the credibility collapses. And trust me, that shift is coming. What do you think so far? Does this witness sound confident or rehearsed?
My pumps and took off on Concord.
Had the man who was driving that Navigator, had he stopped chasing the other man with the braids and got in his vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And then when the police arrived, he was in the vehicle already?
Yes, sir.
And when the police got there with their lights on, he didn't stop, he kept going?
He just shot out the parking lot and kept on.
Did he fire the gun at the man?
No, sir.
But he brandished it, you could see the gun.
Yes, sir. Was
Was the other man running from the man with the gun?
Yes, sir.
What did the man running from him do? Did he go into the grocery store?
He went into the, I think it was the barber shop next door. He ran in there.
Okay. And for the judge, you've got the grocery store kind of on one end, and then you've got a couple of other businesses there, right?
Yes, sir.
And there's a barber shop.
Yes, sir.
Now, did the man in the Navigator, did he kind of drive around that parking lot kind of chasing him, or did you
Yes,
see
sir.
him just out of the vehicle?
He drove around for a minute, then, if I'm not mistaken, he had parked in front of the store for a second and started chasing.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And this didn't look to you, did you know either one of these people?
No, sir.
Did it look to you like this was some kind of a game or play acting?
No, sir.
The man running from the gun appeared to be afraid.
Yes, sir.
The man with the gun appeared to be angry.
Yes, sir.
And this happened in Beaumont, Texas.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's like.
Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Price.
Please.
I was writing when he first started questioning you. When on this May 17th, Did I misunderstand you where, when you first saw, this man who didn't have a shirt on, were you sitting at the grocery store parking lot?
I was sitting inside my tow truck, yes, sir.
On the parking lot of
In the
the,
parking
of the
lot.
grocery store?
Yes, sir.
And that's the first time that you saw somebody chasing,
Yes, sir.
or a man with no shirt chasing somebody, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And are you certain of that, of everything else you testified to here today?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember giving a written statement?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you remember telling the police that I was going south on Concord, going to a call, and that's when I seen a black male with no shirt chasing another black male with a handgun at the blue car wash on Concord?
Yeah, they started.
Did you make that statement?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. Do you agree that that statement is totally inconsistent with your testimony that you just gave when you just told the judge that the first time you saw that man, you were sitting in your truck in the parking lot at the grocery store?
It was the first time, yes, sir.
It was hot?
That was the first time. He chased him across the street.
So when you testified under oath earlier that the first time you saw this guy was in your truck when you were sitting in the parking lot of the grocery store, that was not true?
It was the first time I seen him. I actually followed him from the grocery store to across the street.
Maybe I'm not making myself clear. When you gave your statement, you said I was going south on Concord.
Yes, sir.
Which means you were driving your truck.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir.
And you say that you were going to a call, and that's when I saw.
And here's where it all unravels. The defense just hit the classic statement versus testimony contradiction, a defense attorney's dream. In his written statement, the witness said he was driving when he saw the chase. But now, under oath, he says he was parked at the grocery store. That's not just a mix-up, it's a credibility bomb. If the story changes, jurors start wondering what else might be off. Is this confusion or a cover-up? It's moments like these that turn a courtroom quiet, because everyone knows the next few questions could destroy the case's foundation.
A black male with no shirt chasing another black male.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, that can't be true if you were sitting in your truck in the parking lot of the grocery store. So which is it? Which is true?
I seen him at the grocery store first. He chased the guy from the grocery store to the car wash.
Okay, may I approach witness?
Sure.
I'll show you, call it D1. You recognize that statement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Is that your handwriting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and did you say in here that I was going south on Concord, going to a call?
Yes, sir.
That's when I seen a black male? So is it true that you were driving your truck going south on Concord?
I was sitting.
Wait, let me finish my sentence. You can't take two people. You can talk at the same time. When you were going south on Concord, going to a call, that's when you saw the black male. Is that correct?
No, sir.
Well, why did you write that down?
I seen him at the grocery store, and they should have cameras where I see it on the camera.
Okay. Well, did you write that down, that you were sitting at the grocery store when you saw this guy?
Thought I wrote it down on there.
Well, isn't it true? I mean, you gave everybody the impression in your statement that you were driving your truck and you look over and you supposedly saw some
I
guy.
was sitting at the grocery store.
All right, so you keep interrupting me.
I think
Please
all
don't
that's
interrupt.
it's all been asked and answered. And you can step back over here if you're done with that as well, please.
So you'd agree with me, there's a big difference between you seeing somebody where you're sitting in your truck stationary as opposed to you driving your truck going south on Concord and seeing somebody chasing somebody. That's two different things, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, when you were driving your truck going south on Concord, like you said in your statement, and you said you saw some guy with no shirt chasing another one. I mean, how far away were you from the guy that had no shirt on?
I was sitting in the parking lot. I was in the parking lot where everything was going on.
Okay, so your testimony here today is that your statement that you gave here back when it was fresh in your mind is totally incorrect. Is that correct? This can't be both.
I seen him in the parking lot where I was sitting at.
Okay.
And that's when I called the police. He chased the guy to the blue car wash.
Okay, so
Then he went back to the S&S store. That's when the police arrived.
so we can just ignore what the heck you wrote down here, that you were driving your truck going down Court and saw somebody, you know, allegedly holding a gun chasing somebody. That just didn't happen. That did not happen. Is that correct?
That's the way you want to put it.
Well, that's what you wrote down, but now you're saying that's not true.
Mr. Alpower.
Is that correct?
That's how you want to put it.
Okay. Well, so now your testimony here today is that you're sitting in your truck in the parking lot of a grocery store.
They got camera footage there.
Is that, so how, and so you look and you see somebody with no shirt on chasing somebody where?
At this point, you can almost feel the tension climbing. The attorney is relentless. Every time the witness backtracks, the defense doubles down. This isn't bullying, it's strategic pressure. They're testing his memory, consistency, and demeanor under fire. The witness insists he saw a gun but never handled it. The defense seizes on that, planting seeds of doubt. If you didn't inspect it, how do you know it was real? That's a textbook credibility test. And yet, his frustration might actually help him. Jurors often trust emotion over logic. So, what's your take? Is this man cracking under pressure or standing his ground?
In the parking lot that's in his grocery.
So when you see him, you said you saw these two people, one chasing the other, actually in the parking lot where you're sitting?
Yes, sir.
Well, you say in your statement that you had to, he's chasing, going south, see somebody with no shirt on chasing another black male with a handgun at the blue car wash. You don't say anything about the grocery store.
That's where I started at the grocery store.
Not at the car wash.
No.
But you told the police that it started at the car, you saw them, the first time you saw them, they were at the car wash.
First time I seen him was at the grocery store. They went to the car wash and they went back to the grocery store.
Okay. The first time you saw him was at the grocery store.
Yes, sir.
But yet you wrote in your statement that you saw, the first time you saw him was at the car wash. That's wrong, isn't it?
The first time I seen him was at the grocery store, at the S&S grocery.
Okay, but you would agree with me that that's not what you wrote here.
I'm not agreeing with you with anything.
Well, let me
Okay.
Mr. Smith, Mr. Smith, it's been asked and answered. I get it.
So even in the, well, how far away was the guy that you saw with no shirt? How far away was he from you at the time that you first met?
Hang on. It's really important that you let him finish his question all the way, then answer, because she can't do two. She has to just take one at a time, okay? So let him ask the full question, and then he'll give you an opportunity to answer. Thank you.
How far away was the guy with no shirt while you were sitting in your truck on the parking lot of the grocery store when you saw him?
From here to the officer.
Here to where?
The officer.
Okay. And you say that you saw a handgun in his hand.
Yeah, if I didn't see one, I would never call the police.
I didn't hear you.
If I didn't see no gun, I would never call the police.
Well, how do you know it was a handgun?
You know what a gun look like? I know what a gun looks like.
So I'm asking you, how did you know it was a handgun?
It was a gun. I know what a gun looked like.
Okay. Well, how do you know, say it wasn't a pellet gun that looked like a handgun?
You think I was gonna watch him shoot him and find out?
I can't hear you.
You think I was gonna sit there and wait for him to shoot him and find out?
How do you know it wasn't some other pellet gun or something like that nature that looked like a handgun?
So you think I was gonna sit there and let this guy shoot that guy and just sit there
And
and
not,
find out,
objection,
oh,
non-responsive.
Listen, so you'll get an opportunity to explain, I'm sure, in just a minute. Mr. Philip Smith will ask you some follow-up questions. So if it's a yes or no question, just say yes or no without the explanation, and know that you'll get an opportunity to tell what you need to, okay? Go ahead.
My point is, you never touched the handgun, right?
I wasn't with him. No.
So you never inspected that what you're describing as a handgun, right?
No. I seen
Okay,
it. I seen it
so
with my eyes.
you don't really know of your own personal knowledge if it was a handgun or not. You're
I
just
know.
assuming that it was a handgun,
I know for a fact it was a handgun.
because that's what you think you saw.
I know that's what I saw.
Okay, but you did not inspect it to make sure that it was in fact a handgun. Isn't that correct?
If I seen it, yeah, I inspected it. I seen it. I seen it from my
Did
own
you grab the
eyes.
handgun and inspect it?
No.
All right. So is that the only time that you saw him, that when you're in your truck and you're in the parking lot of the grocery store, you see somebody what appears to you to be a handgun, and he chases this person to where?
It's the blue car wash.
The blue car wash.
Yes,
And how far away is the blue car wash?
About 100 yards.
Huh?
About 100 yards from the S&S grocery.
About 100 yards. Okay? Like a football field.
Almost, yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, so about a football field away, and then from the car wash, what happened?
And he got chased back to the S&S grocery.
On foot?
Yes, sir. The guy, he was in the vehicle and the other guy was on foot. Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you gave your statement that I was going south on Concord, going to a call, that's when I see a black male with no shirt chasing another black male with a handgun, you're saying at that time he was in his vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, if he was in his vehicle, how could you see the gun?
He got out of his vehicle and chased him inside the barbershop.
Okay? And that's nowhere on your statement here. Would you agree with me?
What the officers told me, just keep it simple. That's what I did.
Okay. So from the car wash, he stays in his car. The guy goes to the barbershop.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the guy that was in his car, what did he do?
And get out and try to chase him there, and they had some other people trying to stop it.
Oh, now there's some other people trying to stop it. So there's other witnesses.
There was other people there. I'm the only one called the police.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
So, and again, none of that is in your statement, and none of that, anything like that is in anything that you told the police. You didn't tell the police about anybody else chasing this man.
Nobody else was chasing him. I didn't say nobody else was chasing him. I said they had other people out there while he was chasing him.
Okay. And so, are you saying that he chased him when he came out of the barber shop? You're saying that the guy was out of his vehicle or still in his vehicle?
He was out of his vehicle.
Okay, when the guy gets out of the barber shop, where does he go?
That's when he started running again.
And where did he run to?
He ran to the blue car wash.
Okay. And what did the guy with the car go?
He chased him down to the blue car wash.
In or out of the car?
Inside the vehicle.
Inside the vehicle.
Yes, sir. Inside the vehicle.
And then from there, he went where?
Back to S&S. That's when the police finally arrived and pursued.
So you're saying he went from the car wash
Yes, sir.
to the grocery store?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember telling the police that that the black male ran into the barber shop off of Concord while Randall sat in his blue Lincoln Navigator waiting for him to come out? Price advised that when the black male with dreads left the barbershop, he ran to the grocery store and the guy followed him there in the vehicle. So what you told the police and what you're telling us here today are two different things.
But I don't recall what I fully told the police at the time, but I recall what's on my mind now.
All right. Oh, is it or is it not true that while you're driving your truck on the way to the call, that you did or did not see somebody chasing
I
somebody?
seen him when I was sitting in S&S grocery parking lot.
Okay, that's not my question. My question is it or is it not true, like it says in your statement, that you saw somebody chasing somebody else while you were driving your truck going to a call?
Judge, I don't object. That's been asked and answered dozens of times.
It has. Sustained.
Pass the witness.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Philip Smith.
Mr. Price, you were concerned that somebody was gonna get shot.
Yes, sir.
Concerned enough that you called 911.
And just like that, the courtroom tension breaks, but the questions linger. The witness identified the defendant in court, but the damage may already be done. Contradictory statements, shaky recall, and heated exchanges, it's everything a defense team hopes for and a prosecutor dreads. Cases like this remind us that, in court, truth isn't just what you say, it's what you can prove twice the same way. So, what do you think? Was this witness genuinely confused or caught in a lie? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this breakdown as gripping as we did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more real courtroom moments and expert legal commentary right here on Courtroom Chronicles.